Thanks for joining us for National Focus. I'm Kimani Saint-Jean. Coming up, Prime Minister Skerrit commits $150,000 and more for development in Pishley. Cabrits Marine Reserve officially opens, and the Minister for Small Business wants more ownership by stakeholders. Stay with us for details of these and other stories after this.
A picture is worth 1,000 words. Got it? Taking care of us can be so easy.
Take good care of the children.
Thanks for staying with us. The Pishley Village Council held its 11th inaugural meeting on Wednesday this week. President of Dominica, His Excellency Charles Savre and Mrs. Savre, and Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit, as well as several other government officials, were in attendance. Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit expressed his government's commitment to continue working to improve the Pishley community.
I am saying to you as the leader of this country that this government will continue to work with you to addressing your challenges. But as everything else, we cannot do everything at the same time, because everything that's required, that needs to be done, has to be done with resources.
Dr. Kenneth Daru, in his address, reminded the audience of his several accomplishments in the Pishley community, starting with a recently constructed bridge in the community.
For the first time in the history of the community, folks can drive or be driven to the door of their health center, their church, their village council office, and community center, and your wonderful, still developing basketball court. On the BNTF 6, ladies and gentlemen, we would have also seen the renovation of the Pishley Village Council office right next to you, and community center, beautifully painted to enhance the hub of your community, where many congregate for various reasons, church, health, sports, among others. We would have also invested close to $80,000 at the last count, spent in the upgrade of this basketball court, the reconstruction of the court itself, the purchasing of international quality backboards and LED lights, to the actual resurfacing of the court. Because we realize that the investment in youth is very important.
He also listed assistance to students, stipend for the elderly, and rehabilitation of feeder roads, among others. 4 men and 4 women were inaugurated to serve as council. Incoming Chairman Albert Coffey, who has had over 30 years of experience in local government, cautioned councillors to be servants of the people.
It behoves you, therefore, that at every beck and call, you will have sometimes to make sacrifices to meet the demands that will come upon you. It is not an easy road. And sometimes the question or the rhetoric that always comes out is council pack fair ahen. Let us as a council endeavor, each and every one of us, to put our backs to the wheel.
Honorable Minister for Social Services Catherine Daniel commended the new councillors for availing themselves to serve their community. She praised the community for selecting a mix of men and women, young and experienced, to serve them. She also lauded government's achievements in empowering communities to take charge of their development. Honorable Daniel explained that through the Ministry of Constituency Empowerment, parliamentary representatives are able to secure small grants for community projects. She applauded government for closing the gap between local and central government.
This is consistent with the Dominica Labour Party government's policy of empowering communities with the goal of reducing poverty and raising the standard of living for citizens. It was the Dominica Labour Party government who saw the need to close the gap between central and local government, and so in 2013, the Ministry of Constituency Empowerment was established to ensure that disconnect does not develop between parliamentary representatives and their constituencies.
She pledged continued support to councils across Dominica. The first Pichelin Village Council was inaugurated in 1986. On Wednesday, the office of the Cabrits National Park Marine Reserve was officially opened by Honorable Minister for Fisheries, Johnson Drygo. This office forms part of a project by the Eastern Caribbean Marine Management Network, which was launched last year. This project was part of an agreement between the government of Dominica and the government of Germany to provide support to the marine reserves of 6 Caribbean islands. In Dominica, there are 2 reserves, the Soufriere-Scott's Head Marine Reserve and the Cabrits Marine Reserve, which is 70% of the Cabrits National Park. The office of the Cabrits National Park Marine Reserve is located on the Tantan Boulevard. The office was officially opened on World Ocean Day. Honorable Drygo stated that this day draws attention to the importance of oceans and the need for conservation of marine biodiversity. The minister listed aspects of the project costing over $70,000.
Through this project, 4 fish aggregating devices costing about $25,000 have been deployed to provide greater fishing opportunities for fisher folks away from coastal sources. 10 fisher folk have been trained in the making of biodegradable pots as a replacement for the traditional pot, which, when lost at sea, can destroy a significant quantity of fish. 6 individuals in net mending. 15 fisher folks have been trained in safety at sea. 20 cruise marine have been deployed in Prince Rupert Bay, and 15 dive marines have been deployed in Douglas Bay.
The project also includes construction of a shelter for shade at a slipway in Capuchin and Tukari, as well as to continue educational and outreach programs with schools and local communities in and around the Marine Reserve. Also, fisher folk, tourism, water sports. The Fisheries Minister stressed the importance of marine awareness and the need to implement appropriate actions to ensure preservation of natural resources. These activities will cost nearly $100,000. Honorable Parliamentary Representative for the Cottage constituency, Reginald Austri, remarked that this ceremony gives the agreement with Germany permanence.
This project is not a one-man project. No one man can succeed in the objectives of the project. It has to take everybody, including the children. That's why I'm very happy that the students have been made part of this program. Because in Dominica, you see, we have a culture of tossing things. I don't know why we like to throw things. We like to use our hands. And we like to throw things anywhere. But whatever we do on the land will eventually impact what happens in the ocean and in our marine environment, because everything eventually finds its place to the sea. And so it's going to take us a while to change the culture of taking care of the environment and recognizing that nature has provided for us, and if we're not too greedy, then all of us can survive on the gifts that nature has given to us.
The Honorable MP believes there is a way to build sustainable livelihoods from marine environment.
And here in Tantan, you're going to be very, very fortunate, because as I understand it, the major hotel has started in the Cabrits. And that is going to change our marine landscape for a little while, because I understand that there's going to be a wharf, there's going to be dinghies, there's going to be snorkeling, there's going to be diving, there's going to be speedboats. So there's going to be a transformation, but it could be a transformation again for the positive if we do what we have to do as a community and as a people. It will create increased revenue, job opportunities, and that is why I believe that developing, protecting, cleaning our environment is really going to make the difference if we have to succeed economically. And
he commended the determination of Ekman and other stakeholders who will be among beneficiaries of the project in the future. The Honorable Parliamentary Representative pledged government support to the continuation of the project. At the ceremony, 9 men graduated from a fish pot training and a net mending class. The project also received support from the United Nations Environmental Program and the Nature Conservancy. You're watching National Focus. More when we return.
I had a bleeding disorder that I did not know about, and they had to be transfusing me continuously. I got 56 units.
Being there at the blood bank, I was like, yo, I'm actually saving someone's life.
You never know when you can go.
Give blood. I have done it, and believe it or not, it don't hurt.
I won't be scared. I'll give. You know you're gonna give blood. I'll make sure she does.
Sit down at the blood bank in a comfortable environment for 45 minutes.
Helping people.
You are stimulating your body to make brand new cells.
You get free cookies, you get juice.
Glad to know your blood group. Feels good.
I felt as a better person.
It's a good thing to be alive, and I can thank God that I'm there and I'm enjoying life.
Welcome back. The Honorable Minister for Commerce, Enterprise and Small Business Development, Rosalind Paul, is calling on stakeholders to take ownership of the completion of the policy for micro, small, medium enterprises in Dominica. She was speaking on Wednesday at the first in a series of consultations being held during the month of June for the development of a small business policy.
I call on you and all of you present at this consultation to see it as one seeking to have you involved in the process and hence to take ownership of the ultimate outcome for the development of MSE policy and MSME development in Dominica. The identification of the areas necessitating legislative action for the effective functioning of the MSME sector is critical. I also wish to thank the staff of the Ministry of Commerce who worked with the consultant to organize and coordinate this consultation and the others to follow.
The second consultation took place in Portsmouth on Thursday. The third will be in Rosalie on June 23rd, and June 30th will see the final in the series in Roseau. The Honorable Minister hopes for productive and fruitful consultations. Honorable Minister for Fisheries Johnson Drygo has reported nearly $400,000 of fish exports so far this year. The Honorable Minister made this announcement at the opening ceremony of the office of the Cabrits National Park Marine Reserve at Taton on Wednesday. Honorable Drygo in his address listed the activities that have already begun in the ministry to further improve the fisheries sector. Among these, he listed training for fisherfolk in the north in fish pot construction, net mending, safety at sea, deployment of fish aggregate devices, deployment of cruise marines and dive marines, all costing approximately $70,000.
Although our focus today has been mainly on the north, there are other initiatives worth mentioning. They include training of young people in the construction of boat building in the east of the island, training of young people in outboard motor engine repair in the east, which will begin soon, fish export to 6 countries in the Caribbean region, and most recently, the Fisheries Division has facilitated the export of fish to the USA on a trial basis. This initiative is expected to continue and produce positive results. And I can also report that so far this year, we have exported fish to the cash value of well over $380,000 out of Dominica this year.
Honorable MP for the Cottage Constituency Regional Oystery expressed gratitude to fisherfolk for providing food and revenue to the island.
Fishing has moved beyond just this little boat. You go there for 2 hours and you come back. Fishing for time has been going out there for 2-3 weeks in the proper boats with the proper equipment and catch real fish.
Because whether it's cod fish, whether it's smoked herring, whether it's salted mackerel, all of it came from somewhere as a major export crop commodity for many countries. And we have an opportunity because of our land size, our terrain, we have an opportunity to be the fish basket of the world.
The Cottage MP says there is great potential for the fish export industry if efforts continue to preserve the marine environment.
We have in fact been exporting fish from Dominica to other countries, and the potential for that is there. If the trials run prove to be useful, then we will not have sufficient fish for export. So that's an industry that's growing, is developing, and when I say fish, I'm talking about lobster and labby and shrimps. I'm talking about fish, marine food, seafoods, let's call it that. And there it is that we have an excellent opportunity. You may not see the benefits tomorrow, but down the road, when you see what we have done to protect the marine environment, when we have removed all the plastics, all the styrofoam, all the cups that we throw in the ravines, and they end up in the sea, when we have gotten rid of that totally and completely, we look back and say it was through our efforts here in Tatan and in the northern part of the country that made this happen.
And that's the English news. McPherson St. Luce is up next with Creole highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à ces nouvelles en créole. Non moins, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, Premier ministre et puis chef Labour Party Dominic, Honorable Dr. Roosevelt Skerritt, qui a complimenté membre parlement élect Honorable Dennis Charles, qui sortit à tête à bail élection constituency Soufouyen, qui a dit que victoire celle-là a envoyé un message bien clair pour l'opposition, qui moun Dominic et puis constituency Soufouyen, pas qu'à accepter qualité politique division qui y a prêché en pays là. Premier ministre Skerritt dit qualité politique ça là pas bon pour pays. Ça moun vle c'est encouragement et puis bagay qui ba yo espoir au gouvernement qui ça met la vie. Premier ministre a dit Dominicien bien las et puis vieille qualité politique ça là opposition et puis yo ka voyer signal bien clair pour dire yo las et puis ça. Honorable Skerritt dit gouvernement bien plein pour support moun constituency Kachakou et puis qu'a fait promettre pour pas jamais oublier yo. Il dit à présent c'est là pour attention bagay économique qui kay prend place en sud pays bagay kon jungle bien resort en premier d'autres. Premier ministre a dit membre parlement élect Honorable Dennis Charles qui tapé tout support au cabinet pour continuer le développement en constituency là. En notre nouvelle, département pour empêcher l'abusement de drogue Dominica conduit session où là, il y a 20 moun dans différentes communautés qui avaient là pour assister le département à combattre l'abusement de drogue en Dominique. Officier département là, Malcolm St. Rose, a parmi les autres, qui a conduit trainement pour participants.
2014, moi, avec Leandra Coffey et Martha Jarvis, nous allons à Miami et nous tenions un training en même en ça là. Ça qui fait son programme OIS développé pour aider 35 pays qui forment OIS là pour meilleur combattre drogue, prévention, traitement et en rehab pour si manière nous ça fait mon condition mon changer pour original condition là était avant violence là était en place et bien avant ça fait drogue là t'es affecté so c'est ça y est so nous avons des monde pour développer faire comprendre ça nous de prévention ça veut dire et bien comment différentes façons nous a fait des monde en prévention en national et bien en petit groupe petit équipe et bien en individuel.
Workshop trainement ça là qu'a expecté pour développer l'état ces participants là.
Nous c'est ça qui va mon confiance et qui aussi ba yo l'esprit là ça nous qui skills avec competences pour yo ça délivrer un bon service parce que nous garder en quality assurance ça nous garder bien qu'on est fixe et c'est bien ça là qui est important dans un programme comme ça. Parce que là où un programme comme ça va avoir des monde au parler on doit savoir mon n'est pour une confidence dedans ou pas pour parler des affaires monde on comprend ça parce que des bitins qui est sensible ou qui savent so toutes ces bitins ça là nous montrer comment pour faire un professionnel et pour élever pays là parce que plus monde nous c'est 5 de nous en fil dans département nous mais plus monde nous ça n'est qui ça aider nous parce que problème là c'est il pas plus mauvais que tout d'autres pays mais grand assez pour un petit pays il serait plus monde nous n'est qui ça aider nous pour faire un marque en pays là et qui est meilleur pour nous.
La nouvelle officier India qui a conduit le programme pour traîner moun ici pour courir faciliter ICT en State College Dominic. Parole la sortie hot ministre Telecoms, Honorable Kelvin Darrow, si l'homme ministre Darrow, étudiant en parmi d'autres officiers secteur public qui reçoivent le trainement et puis éducation hot facilité là.
Là, nous commençons training la hot center là, ou hot month là, June. Ça nous allons faire, nous allons train ces moun là qui n'est pour train ces moun, là c'est pour India aller hot India encore. So nous allons créer ça training of trainers workshop. Et puis ça c'est un bon bagage. So là c'est Indian book là aller hot India encore. Nous les moun qui rester hot Dominique pour taper travail là, pour passer éducation là pour ces enfants là, pour tous les moun qui venir en place ça là. Et puis là ils fini ça là. Nous allons commencer pour actuellement train ces enfants-là, c'est tous les enfants State College, c'est les gens qui travaillent au gouvernement, les gens qui travaillent au private sector là, pour venir ensemble, pour taper training là, pour continuer, pour enhance Koyo et puis pour enhance country Dominic.
Et puis finalement, le ministre Kalinago mettait mise en place pour établir groupe habitants en toute l'occasion territoire là. Parole ça là, sorti le ministre Kalinago, Honorable Cassius Darrow.
Actuellement, nous avons fait farmers group à chaque hamlet. Et dans chaque hamlet à Kalinago territory, il y a un représentative pour nous faire un go farmers body. Et bien, c'est farmers qui ont une meilleure représentation pour ça nous avons fait. Et bien, ils ont plutôt venir et dire, moins qu'on parle rep là, et bien, n'importe qui qui travaille en agriculture, nous avons besoin ici, et bien, ça pour faire. Et bien, ça, moi, j'ai fait déjà, moi, j'ai envoyé une invoice par Ministry Agriculture. Au moins $5,000, si manière plus, je vais payer pour ça, nos vegetable grain régime. Au moins $5,000 worth, et je vais espérer pour ça payer tout de suite. Je vais commencer par farmers. C'est pas farmers tout seul, mais les gens qui accueillent, on va essayer pour ça promouvoir ici, c'est backyard gardening, especially in vegetables. Eh bien, si moi ça arrive à faire ça, je vais calculer que santé nous qui vient, nous avons une meilleure santé parce que nous avons mangé plus vegetables, nous pas que worry pour ça en ville et gagner ça yo vendre. On dit pour nous ça gagner hot ville, nous que plutôt pour ça vendre ba mon ville.
Messieurs mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelle Creole pour à présent. Moi c'est McPherson Luce. Au revoir.
If you run a strict budget, the best way to maintain it is to always pay with cash. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow us on Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. Live streaming is now available on our YouTube channel 24 hours a day. From all of us here on the GIS News Production Team, I'm Kimani. Thank you for watching and join us again next time on National Focus.